Good morning. Welcome to your known unknown, where Source and I will help to shed light on what's unknown for you. We're going to pull today's daily spread, and we're going to see what today is holding for us, what the next step is, how we're stepping into it, where we need to step it up for the day. So without further ado, let's get to it. Let's into it, and let's pull some cards and see what needs to be seen. Angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, universe, source, divine creator, higher self that you are, and all that I am. Thank you. Do this reading perfectly for the future and let this message guide them perfectly. My experience, thank you. Show me what we need to see. What energies are being presented to us today, Spirit? You want it reversed? We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. We have the World card. That's Capricorn energy. The World card. And we have the Tower. Supporting energy, Six of Wands. Two major arcana cards in this for today's energy, what's coming through. Knight of Pentacles reversed. So I was asking if this is a financial based reading, emotional, love. They said it's kind of all of the above. That's telling me more or less self-realization, self-to-self energy, breakthroughs, mentalities, progress, more or less, right? It says when the Knight of Pentacles is reversed, this card advises that you avoid complacency and check out all financial arrangements. As well as a person, the reverse knight is stubborn, cannot see others' viewpoints. He is plotting, pessimistic, reluctant to take action, and unwilling to go beyond his comfort zone or her comfort zone. I'm seeing today is going to have this Tower moment presented to you, meaning something gets to come to a mental understanding, one that can offer an ending for your future, for your progress. That's today's energy. Could be large, could be subtle. It's really up to your story and or when you find this for it to be. If you're pushing readings and you're searching for them and this finds you, might be more of a subtle shift, something your subconscious wants to project into the reality. If by coincidence or synchronicity You stumble upon this message and the awareness opens up and says, something's going to change. It's going to be big. Today, your soul takes control over a little bit more of your story and allows you to kind of see the opportunities lying ahead with this energy, with this tower. Might not be able to really see it, might just be able to sense it. You're going to have faith in whatever it is. I kind of am picking up on my own little representation of this cards today. And you know, it is what it is. We're looking forward to it. Personally, I've been shaped from pain, shaped from heartache, shaped from self-discipline and the unwillingness to quit. Maybe a little Knight of Pentacles, maybe a little stubborn, but it got me this far. And for you yourself, you're being presented this opportunity where you get to maybe just look and stop and cut something out that needs to be cut out. Can't hurt, right? And I say can't because it can't hurt unless you let it. And that's the tough thing, is we're human beings. We let everything affect us. It's almost like we can't. But you can. And how is with enough discipline, with enough practice, with enough breaking of self. And I say breaking because that's how I relate to it. We could say words of shaping self, connecting with self. I say breaking because it was easier, quicker, more effective, and more efficient to sacrifice self for the betterment of something else. I say break because we had to give up. And it's like the one time I gave up. And it was on myself. And in return, it wasn't for a bad cause. I did it in the name of love. But in return, I got guidance, loud, clear communication, connection. And that's what's telling me every single day, you got to stop doing these things. So we practice it. We balance with our ego, and then we balance with ourselves. We like cater to our egos and fuel them and satisfy them. And the whole time, that hurts our higher selves' hearts. It is our choices to make these choices as human beings. And energies are aware of that. They're aware that you get your choices. You can have your crutches, your vices, your patterns, your habits. It's just to what degree is it detrimental and to what degree do you not agree with it? That's how you're being affected. That's your karma. You have the entire universe in the palm of your hand here, potentially speaking, the potentiality of the whole universe. It's like, let's pull a couple more cards here. Ten of Swords reversed, Page of Pentacles, bro, the Tower again. Sorry, a little tired. We have we have two towers, so oh man, something's crashing down. Something is crashing down. Something is crashing down around you, whether it be controlled by you or not. And you can understand how to control that or not, one way or another. You're accepting it. You might not like it at first. It could be extremely traumatic. To whatever degree the major of this, like how big it is, whatever that may be, it doesn't matter because something's still happening. And it's being fueled from this 10 of swords reversed, 9 of swords reversed, kind of like staying awake at night, fear at night, not at night, but just in general, can't sleep. Sitting with grief, sitting with pain, turmoil, coming from a place of being broken, being fueled by the opportunities that you've created for yourself that you really want to see succeed, but you're still kind of in this birthing era of yourself and your dreams and your future. But that's what's really fueling you here. That's what's opening up the doors for the world to come through this, like, you know you're stubborn. You know that you've had pain. You know that there's something going on here, and you've been taking the time for maybe a few days, a few weeks, maybe up to the whole last year to really try to open up more doors for yourself that you've seen the potentiality for them to be. You've been experiencing minute entrances into these potentialities and like trying to experience, is this real? Is this the thing? Is this what I want to be doing? Is this going to make me happy? And yes, this is what you're going to need to do in order to get into this next chapter. You're going to need to continue focusing and reframing what you're doing, where you're putting your energy, because things are crumbling around you regardless whether you want them to and can control that, or whether you're just gonna hopefully accept it and go with the flow. Now, if you resist, you're not gonna like it. Well, you're not, and it could be impactful. Regardless, it's gonna be impactful. It could be a little traumatic. It could cause resentments. It could cause pains. Be open-hearted. Be open-minded. Do whatever grounding practices you know how to do. Do whatever nervous system control practices you are comfortable doing. If you like to work out, if you like breath work, if driving's calming, if cooking is calming, if work is calming, like mind clearing. I shouldn't say calming. I should say what clears your mind so you can shut the fuck up basically every day. What is it in you that helps you just flow, dude? Flow. Not think, not dwell, not ruminate, not ponder, not contemplate. None of that shit. What helps you get into your body and shut mind off? Because that's when the magic progresses. Not necessarily when it happens. It happens as a cultivation of both mind, body, and soul. But that's when it starts to move. When you stop thinking about it. When you stop putting your intention and awareness on those particles that want to be viewed or have a role. The double slit experiment. When you stop giving your awareness to a particle, it becomes a wave again and moves and is random and can be and not be anywhere and everything at the same time, multiple times. It's quantum, all right? And how you tap into that is set it and forget it, stop thinking about it, and just act. All right? There's no connections, there's no relationships, none of that. There's you and you. And the only thing that's important is how you're working with you through all of this. Through all this. It has nothing to do with other people. This is all focus on your own self, get your own self going, get fueled by your own fire, and learn to listen to your own thoughts, your own heart. And that's what you've kind of done to some degree. But you just start, like I've done that. I don't know. You think you have done that. There's a lot more to do. But the next bit of it isn't in the fields of focus that you have focused on before. So you focused on new things. These new things are cultivating a real potentiality to come into your existence and be abundant. But it's going to take a lot of crumbling in order for that to happen. I had a reading a little while ago. I think a couple videos ago. I was talking about, crumbling slowly. We want to kindly crumble. Yeah, well, that kindly crumbling has now added up to now. Can't say today, but within X amount of time frame of this reading, of you watching this, yeah, the walls come crashing down. Whether it be by your hand or God's. Either way, accept it. And if you resist it, it's just going to prolong the pain. So accept it. Do what I do. Don't do what I do. Do what you want to do. It's a powerful message. It's probably not. Probably doesn't give you the best of confidence, but it should, because that's the thing. When I see in my own readings 2 tower moments, I go, bring it on, baby. Why? Because I broke so much in the past that I can't get broken anymore, man. I just get dented, and I can pop that shit out. We want you to be able to pop that shit out too. We don't want you to be broken anymore. We want you to understand your own vigilance, your own valor, your own resilience, because you have it in you anyways. Five of Swords reversed. Yeah. Where we need to step it up is stepping it up. Blockages, limitations. So don't cause conflicts for others or for yourself. Really try to be as I don't know the term for it. Be in your own lane. Don't go pushing buttons. Don't react, respond. We want you to respond. We don't want you to react. These are redundant, but This Five of Swords reversed, it's saying don't come to quick conclusions, don't react. Don't just go around because you're looking to create tower moments. Don't go around shattering your own things. That's not your job. Your job is to be as stoic, as existential, as royally divine as you're supposed to be, as you are, as you're born to be. Not to go around rustling other people's feathers just because you're having a weird day looking for signs. That's not the way the game goes. That's adolescent. That's uncontrollable. And that's dangerous. That'll get you in trouble. If you want to know how to control your reality, give up on that first. Try sacrificing your own reality. You know? That's one way to do it too. It's not very fun. But it can happen. We want to watch out for bringing our own hurricanes into our life. We can step it up more with the Emperor energy. So how we do that, that's masculine. It doesn't matter if you're man or woman, it's just a masculine energy. It's more outwardly, more being, more doing. We need to step up in doing the disciplines. We need to step up more in applying routinely. You're still holding on to some things. Those things comfort you, they don't benefit you anymore. They did benefit you when you needed that comforting. Those were your new tricks to how to relax and cope and recalibrate, right? But now they're detrimental, whatever it is. And we want to cut that shit out. We want to move forward. We want to have a stronger, more disciplined sense of self. That's where more power comes. Try setting yourself up for success. Do you think that the Emperor would walk into his courtroom and not, like, do you think that he wouldn't set himself up for success? I'm sure there's probably a lot of nothing in his way between himself and his throne to go walk up there every day. There's probably a lot of people clearing the way out for him too. He made all that shit. He set all that up. He owns the entire kingdom, right? People do what he says. Things happen as he says them. They get done. And that's kind of what you got to try to do. You got to really set yourself up for success and not gamble yourself up for success. Not risk it. Don't, like, be sure what you're doing. Eight of Swords reversed. There's so many swords. And we need to stop thinking so much. We need to stop thinking that we're doing these things. And really, that's not, that's what I learned. You know, a lot of my stepping into myself and growing into myself didn't have to go as hard as I needed it to. But that's just because I didn't have guides. Hopefully y'all can have me. Or whoever else you like to watch and follow. We did ours alone. So our overthinking came with a price, but came with an achievement. I'd advise to stop overthinking so much. I'd advise to go back to what I was just saying and stop being a human thinking and start being a human being, you know? Whatever. But you're not going to transform just by thought alone. You're only going to transform by action and choice and the steadfastness to hold true to your own choice. It's really what it is, and it's hard. When other people ask us to do something and we get to make a choice and we agree that we're going to do something for them, we usually have this kind of social guilt accountability, which isn't a bad thing. It keeps us responsible and integral to other people. It helps us to some degree do what we're going to say we're going to do. But what about to yourself? I have let myself down more than I have let other people down 100%. And I find that very, very hard to honor yourself and treat yourself with the level of respect of being integral for you rather than for other people. It's very hard. But that's what we're trying to cultivate. We're trying to cultivate power over self, with self, through self. We're trying to master our emotional body. Therefore energetic, therefore life force, you know? If you can master your emotions, you can control your own reality. And that's really what you're doing. Mastering doesn't mean just knowing or even feeling, like experiencing. Master means mastering. They don't control you. They don't make you think anymore. They just are. You just let them flow. No matter what. That's mastery. That's enlightenment. How you do that? A lot of hard fucking inner work. A lot of time. A lot of practice and a lot of life changes. You can't be yourself if you want to be yourself, because you're a human being. You've had so many devil moments this life that are irreversible, but understandable, relatable, rectifiable to some degree. But nonetheless, you're a human being. You've had a human being experience so far. You have screwed up a lot. You have done a lot of bad things to learn lessons. But it doesn't matter, because that's not where you're wanting to end up. And that's what matters. Is that that's not what you want to be. That's not where you want to do. That's all the divine cares about, was the fact that you wanted to change at one point. And in fact, they're so proud of you because you have changed. You don't have to prove it to nobody. You've changed. You've become a better person. In fact, you've been aligning with the best you. So you don't overthink it, because you have the world. You have the world in your hands. You're so close. Don't let emotions throw you off. Don't let situations throw you off. Keep doing what you're doing, which is your practices. Your sculpting of yourself, your life. For you, not for anybody else. These are things that don't even get communicated about. These are the kind of things where if you do even talk about them, spirit goes, whoa, energy's been wasted. Done. No, you're not getting that yet. These come when you least expect it, so stop expecting it. When I say these, I mean like these tower moments, these breakthroughs. They're a lot easier if you stop seeking and you just start being for real. I will say that much. You know, you just like, imagine just like you have such a good day, and then all of a sudden just the most random bad news can happen, and you just go numb. You don't get upset. You just go numb. And you can't really think anymore. We call that dysregulation, right? But you're still functioning, you're still flowing, you're still trying your best, you're still cognitive, and you're still aware of knowing like, oh, I'm just really upset. That was screwy information. I don't know what to do with that. What a weird side-blinded experience. And it's interesting because it takes you a few days to kind of slow down and like come back from that numbing sensation back into yourself. Yeah, those are big. Those are big traumas to the nervous system, you know. But also, if you were seeking for something and then bad news came in, it's kind of like your anxiety will start reacting, and that's where you start to get angry. So we don't. We start off as happy as possible. We continue to grow to be and strive each day to end as happy as possible. Happy is kind of a bad term. I should say in your favor as possible. But we're tired of that happening to us. Now we want it to happen for us, and we want to create it, because that's how you do it. We're complete. I hope this message finds you well. These are the energies presented here for you if you so choose to accept. I'm going to take a deep breath and disconnect, send out some healing positive energy your way, and then we'll be on the day, on our way on our day. Just be patient with these energies. They've come from a lot of pain, and you're not scared because you've been through a lot of that pain. You're not scared at all. But you do think. I'm seeing in these cards there's kind of this difference between worry and concern for you here. Two of the same kind of ideas, but in my opinion, worry likes to sit and reside in your gut. And concern, you're just concerned. And that's okay. But you're overthinking into the fact of concerning. In fact, it's concerning how much you're concerned about things. You see what I mean? It's a little crazy. So we take a step back. We just focus on ourselves. No harm, no foul. We want to get out of other people's departments, out of other people's lanes, and focus on our own. No matter how scary that can be. Because that's where self lies. It doesn't lie in other people. It does, but you have to know how and see why and connect how to why in order for it to even become fathomable. Doable. So, we're complete. I'm going to stop ranting here. Take a deep breath, please, with me, if you would. Excuse me. We are complete. Thank you for receiving me. And until next time, much love, y'all.